Hey there, Wendy here with Jazzydoodledesigns, and today let's talk about what pages we might color in May. Now, last month was the first month I did this, and I think I did pretty well. I was really afraid of embarrassing myself, but there was only a couple of books that I didn't get to. One was this one, which is a Petite Poupée. Christine, did I do okay? This book is just adorable, and I really can't wait to color in it, so I do think it'll be on the list for this month. Now, I haven't really picked a page yet, so let me know in the comments if there's one you'd like to see me do, but that was one that I had on my list. And the other was Kirby. I had said I might do this page. Has this ever happened to you where you get all fired up to do a page and then you look at it later and you just have zero inspiration for a page? I just look at this now and I'm like, meh, I don't really want to do it. So, I'm going to abandon this one. I'm considering doing this page because it is Mermay in May, and I've never taken part in that, but my understanding is it's mermaids. So, this little lass would fit the bill, and I could I can see how I would color this. So that's one thought. So I'm going to put a pin in that one. You got to be really into it when you dive into Kirby's. I personally don't find them particularly hard. However, they're not going to be as fast as, say, a Garden Gnomes book. So it's something to think about. The other pages I considered in the Kirby world are this 2-page spread, which has been on my mind for a little while. I just think it's really cool with the lanterns and this dragon, and I definitely have some ideas for this page. But like I said, we shall see when the time comes. There's also these mermaid pages here. So we could do a merman, potentially. I don't know. What it'd be nice is it is one page, potentially two, if you could treat this as a 2-page spread. So Kirby's a potential. It's a possible. Otherwise, I pretty much did all the things I talked about doing on my coloring page plan. So, we're going to work in Mina Raisa Dirge Africa. Y'all voted and said you wanted to see me work with ink tints. So, I am leaning towards this page here. I think this one would be really fun to do. I really like the whimsical ones. So we shall see. That's what I'm leaning towards, although because we're doing every page in this book, they're all on the table, depending on, how my mood strikes. But I'm leaning towards that. I also welcome you guys' feedback if you have pages that you definitely want to see. What else would we be coloring in? Of course, I'm going to color in my Disney book. Because it is Mermay, let me get these out of the way. I pulled out Mermaids in Paradise and the Best of Pop manga. And I thought we would take a peek. And so I was looking at potentially this page. I also would consider this page. I just love the little pig. He just cracks me up. One of these days I'm going to do, there's a scuba page. Where's that at? The pig. This page. Oh yeah, that's going to be on the list one of these days. But this is mermaid. And so this one, you know, doesn't really have a mermaid. So it'll have to wait. But I am considering this page. And I'll probably only do one of these pages. And then, of course, this one's also fun. The mermaid's gonna get a bath from the octopus. So those are the three that I would consider in here. Now, I would probably only do one mermaid page. Either the Kirby one, the Denise Klett, or possibly the Pop manga. Now we'll see if I get on a coloring craze, then you never know. But I did like this one. She's so adorable. Or this one. She just seems so sweet. So, I don't know. Those two are also on the table. So we shall see what May brings us in terms of mermaids. But I want to do at least one mermaid page. What else? Oh, the Garden Gnomes. So the next page in the Garden Gnomes is this one. This is the Casey0811 requested this page. And she wanted either Prisma, Polys, Arctics, or Brutfuners. So this will probably be the next one I color in this book. Hopefully this month, because this is definitely very spring-like with all the planting and gardening that y'all do this time of year. And I say y'all, because Wendy doesn't garden. Although, I gotta tell you, my flower bed out front, it has Creeping Jenny that keeps all the weeds down, and then daffodils and tulips, and there's crocus there. My iris haven't come up yet, but it's looking stunning. But you know what the best part about that is? All of those flowers come back every year without Wendy needing to do a dang thing. So that's my idea of gardening. I am also going to do a mythographic buddy color with J.I. Colorist. Miss Jody and I picked out this page. And so we'll be doing this. I will most likely do it as a color along, but not necessarily. It depends on how timing goes and how many color alongs I do with the other pages. But this one is the one that we chose, and I will link her in the description box below because she has a fantastic channel and is a delightful lady. She's from Canada. I seem to have all the Canada friends. Okay. And then last, because I don't want to get crazy, because we already probably have more than I could possibly do, but this, have you heard of Coloring Heaven? I'm sure you have, because I'm a little late to the party on most things, but they do these little magazines, and you can buy them sometimes like at Joann's and places, the Barnes and Nobles and things like that, like in the magazine section. But you can also order them directly from them in the UK. You can also find them on Etsy. Now, if you buy them on Etsy, they cost a few more dollars than if you buy directly from the UK. But what's nice about them is they bundle up sometimes different artists. So sometimes it might be, let's say it was on mermaids. They might take 4 or 5 different artists and showcase each of their images in these magazines. So it's a good way to learn about new illustrators. Now in this one, this is a single illustrator. It's Fabiana Antanasio. If that name sounds familiar, it's because she does the mythographic series. Let's see, she has Cosmic Spirit, Paradise, Menagerie. Those are the ones I have by her, but she also does these books. Let me see if I can find it. She does these books. Now, these are very hard to get. She did a series of fairy tales where she did Peter Pan, Snow White, Beauty and the Beast, Pinocchio, Jungle Book, Cinderella. Oh, probably some more. But they're very hard to get because most of them are out of print. Now, I happened upon this one, and I had done this color along on the channel a while back, and I just fell in love with her whimsical style in these books. So when Christine said, hey, Coloring Heaven has this this magazine that has all of, not all, but some of her images, like here's her Snow White. Like, just look at these. Oh my goodness. Pinocchio, Peter Pan, Hansel and Gretel, Cinderella. Like, they're just stinking cute. So anyway, I just had to have it. Here's Beauty and the Beast. So, Christina and I will probably do a color along in this one. Now, if you're interested in this book, I encourage you to reach out because I don't know. I think my understanding of this is that when they're sold out, they're sold out. Now, sometimes they do offer a PDF version, which I would absolutely love because this book is 11 and 3/4 inches tall by like 8.5 wide. So it's a little bigger than USA paper. So for some of these images, like this one, you could probably photocopy them onto another piece of paper relatively easy. But then there's other images like this one that go all the way across the page, and you're going to cut off some of the page, which in some cases may or may not be a huge deal, but it would be nice to have the PDF version. So let's all write to him and tell him we want that, shall we? Well, I want that, so could we all do it? Because I want it, because it's all about me. Anyway, so those are kind of my thoughts on what I might color in May. I'm really open to you guys' suggestions. I always welcome when you guys tell me that you'd like to see particular pages, because then that guides me. So yeah, chat with me. And that'll wrap it up. I give myself a B+, honestly, in my coloring plans report card. So let's see how I do in May. And until then, happy coloring. Thank you for watching another video from Jazzydoodledesigns. If you enjoy adult coloring content, please consider subscribing. You can now find me on Instagram and Facebook as well. I welcome all comments and suggestions. Don't forget to like the video before you go. And until next time, take care.